Now, I like to call myself a pretty productive person. I usually have my time management down pretty well, but sometimes I just need to get it in check a little bit. So here are 10 tips for you on how to manage your time. And this comes from a whole collection of books, articles, things that I've read, my own experiences in life. Welcome to Purely Persistent. I'm Michelle. Now, the first step that I really recommend is figure out where you are wasting time. Now, this might mean that you need to track for 1 week what you are doing with your time. I recommend putting it in 15-minute increments and just writing down everything that you did. So, I ate breakfast, I got dressed, I spent 20 minutes on TikTok, I did whatever, but track that down for 1 week and you'll really be able to figure out how you're spending your time and maybe if there are patterns of wasting time during certain times of the day. And then you can simply adjust your time and maybe not waste your time so much during those particular times. Next, set goals. By having goals that you are working on, whether they're short-term goals or long-term goals, that will really help you to not waste time. When I don't have goals, I tend to waste time a little bit more. For example, I've binge watched several series on Netflix. And during those times, I didn't have set goals. But now that I have my goals set, there's no way I have time to binge watch these shows because if I binge watch the shows, I'm not going to be taking the steps toward my goals. So if you have goals, it will help you not waste time. Set your intentions for the day. So every single day, I write in a journal 3 things that I want to accomplish that day. And by sort of setting my intentions for that day, it's going to help me not waste time. 4, prioritize like crazy. Okay, so we all have a list of, let's say, 10 goals or 10 projects that we have to do. And 8 of them are important, but maybe 2 of them, maybe they're more like things that you'd like to do, or maybe things that other people want you to do, but you don't necessarily have time for. You have to prioritize what are the important things that you need to get done and that you want to achieve in your life. What are the important things toward your goals? Time blocks. If you can block out 2 hours or 45 minutes for a certain task, you'll be much more effective and you won't be as likely to steer off toward a different direction. You have 2 hours to get this done and be focused. So if you need to, set off certain time blocks in your day. Establish routines. Now, by having a routine, you'll be much more likely to actually get a task done, especially a task that needs to be done regularly. Or maybe going along with the time blocks, if you have set a certain time frame to do something within your routine toward a certain goal, that will help you be more productive. Motivational M&Ms. Okay, so this is something that my friends tease me about because sometimes I have a tedious task that I really don't want to do. And so I came up with motivational M&Ms. So I buy a pack of M&Ms and then every 5 minutes, if I'm focused, then I eat an M&M. And if I'm not focused, well, I don't get to eat an M&M, but that's okay because a timer is going off and I'm like, well, Michelle, you weren't so focused. Maybe no M&M right now. But if I was focused, I get the M&M. And every 5 minutes, it just helps me get a project done, task by task by task. Now, I'm motivated by food. If you're not motivated by food, maybe figure out something else, but small little increments to keep you motivated, right? It's the phrase, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. So 1 motivational M&M at a time might get me through a tedious task. Delegate. Is there someone else that could do this thing for you? If so, ask that person to do it. Delegate that person to whatever the task. Productive procrastination. Now, I don't know if this is actually a term or if it's just a term that I came up with myself. But sometimes we're working on something and we feel like it's really productive. But if it's not in line with whatever project or whatever goal you have, and you're just being productive to do that, but not get something else done, you got to be careful of that. Here's an example. So let's say I have to return a calculator to my friend, right? I go over to my friend's house or my friend's dorm room or whatever, and I return the calculator. And then I spend 20 minutes, an hour talking with my friend. Well, I was productive. I checked it off my list, returned the calculator. But I was also procrastinating from whatever project I really needed to get done. So just beware of productive procrastination. And finally, make time for important things. There are important things that you need to do, right? Make time for yourself, your health, your quality time. Make sure that you make time for those important things in life. Now, I know there were so many different tips that I missed. So comment down below and tell me, what is a tip that you recommend? What is a tip that I missed? Please share. And if anyone hasn't told you today, you are so important in this world and you are enough. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. Manage your time. If you need to do, number one, setting out, here's what I do during the day or the week, do it. It'll really help you. Go have a beautiful day, sweeten the world, and of course, be purely persistent. Bye-bye.